Alright, Shalom. Brother Kabad back with another GMS lesson. GMS keep pushing. Before I go any further, they give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone for teaching us His truth according to the Bible, who rule well. Another Shalom to all the sincere Akims throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth through diligence and sincerity. Alright, receiving in themselves that recompense. That's the title of this lesson, which goes back to Romans, the first chapter, which I will bring out in a little bit. It says Texas councilman and his husband die days apart from coronavirus. Anthony Brooks and Philip Tsai Brooks married 6 years ago and were active in their San Antonio area community. And it says the family speaks out after brother and husband die hours apart from coronavirus. And this is all judgment of YAHAWASHI, man. And you see a lot of lessons being done on the judgment of the Lord, which is starting to plague our people. Okay? And this other guy could have been an Israelite foreigner. Okay, who knows? But it definitely was a Jake. Okay, the Jake is on the right in the white jacket. All right. It says, matter of fact, I'll just play the clip and then grab some scriptures, and Lord willing to be edifying.
World, they took my mom everywhere with them. To see one or the other leave, it would have been devastating for them.
The Chai brothers tonight are thanking medical staff at both Methodist and Baptist health systems who tried to save their brother Philip Chai and his husband Tony. This as they worry about their mother, who lived with a couple and also has tested positive for COVID-19.
In our family, it was 3 people that got contracted COVID-19. And out of those 3, 2 died.
While they want to share with the world Philip and Tony's love story, they know the way they died should serve as a warning to everyone, young or old, healthy or sick, male or female.
At the end of the day, there are 2 family members that we will miss and we'll never get back. And it's not worth going out and socializing and having that chance of risking that chance of getting it.
The Chai brothers tell us that Philip had gone to the doctor and was given meds and then sent home, only to go back days later to be put on a ventilator. In his last post on Facebook, he said, back in the ER, oxygen super low, heart rate low, shortness of breath, vomiting, blood pressure high, fever 102.9. Update, I tested positive for corona. Be here for a couple of days, then quarantined for 14 days. Philip would never make it back home. His husband would soon join him in a San Antonio ICU. Tony had also been sick, but did not want to go to the ER, according to his brother-in-law. He was found unresponsive by Philip's mom and days later ended up in a room right next to his husband.
And these doctors in the ICU and nurses, they tell us, this is a new frontier for them. They're trying to figure it out. All the stuff we hear on the news, all the stuff we hear, and what we hear from the actual people fighting in the front lines.
Philip was sitting up and talking in the ICU when he suddenly died. Tony died shortly after. News that Philip's mother is now dealing with in the couple's empty home as she's still quarantined.
It's very hard. I mean, we had to arrange my other brothers that live in San Antonio to stand outside the house while we tell her the news. And that's the heartbreaking side. We can't go in. My brothers can't go in and comfort her. She's standing in the doorway crying. And we're here in California.
All right, there you have it. Okay. And the reason why this happened is because it's a law for you Israelites not to be that way, to have that sodomite spirit. All right, this is Leviticus 20:13. It says, if a man also lieth with mankind as he lieth with a woman. Now, how does a straight man, okay, a normal man, lie down with a woman? Lie down in bed with her, okay, and have sex. All right, that's what it means. It says both of them have committed an abomination. So if two men are doing that, that's an abomination in the eyes of the Lord, according to the Bible. We're reading it straight out of the scriptures. Leviticus 20:13. It says, what an abomination is a wicked, filthy act. All right. It says they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So when you see things like this happening, okay, it's because, you know, it's judgment from the Lord, and there's a punishment, okay, for living that type of lifestyle. Do you not see what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? All right, the place was burnt down with fire and brimstone for these same type of acts. You know, when the angels came to visit Lot, what did the people do? What did the men do? They tried to sleep with the angels, man. They wanted nothing to do with Lot's two daughters. They wanted to sleep with the angels. And what the angels do? They blinded them, man. All right. So let's get that Romans. This is Romans chapter 1, and I'll start it. I'll start at 25. It says, who changed the truth? I mean, the whole chapter is bad, but I'll start at 25. It says, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator? And you see that happening now, man. You got these shows called American Idol. Got these athletes, the entertainers that get statues and monuments made up in their image. All right. As far as you Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, you're only supposed to worship the true and living power, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, who the world calls God in Jesus Christ. Tells you that Exodus, the 20th chapter, that the Lord is a jealous power. All right. And had no other gods before him. All right. It says, who is blessed forever among. Verse 26. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And what's the natural use of a woman? To bring forth child, to bring forth seed. All right, but you got women nowadays, they don't want no parts in having no children. They're trying to be like men. All right, wearing the skinny leg jeans, sagging, taping down their boobs. Okay, getting these wicked manly haircuts. Completely going off, man. Completely going off. And then when they get judged by the Heavenly Father, everyone's, feeling bad for him, man. Tell you in Job, no one perished being innocent. You can read about that. Job, the 4th chapter. The 7th verse, I believe. All right. It says, look, it says, and that's against nature. All right. You don't see two male birds trying to get it on. All right. You don't see two male dogs trying to get it on. Okay. Verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burnt in their lust one towards another. Okay. And this is a prime example of two men burnt in their lust towards one another. All right. It says men with men working that which is unseemly. It's not right. And receiving in themselves that recompense of their error. And receiving in themselves that recompense. That recompense was the coronavirus. Okay? That was the payback that the Heavenly Father had planned and store for them, man. Because the Lord told you he the one that brings the disease, the pestilence. All right? 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, around the 5th or 6th verse, somewhere around there. All right. It says, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error. See that it's an error. You're going off when you're living that lifestyle. Okay. Which was met. Let's see here. for precept. I can't find it fast. Let's see. Because a lot of people say that, oh, they were tempted and things like that into that wicked lifestyle, right? This is James 1:13. It says, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. You see? Verse 14, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. You see? Then when lust have conceived, it bringeth forth sin. When the lust conceived, it bringeth forth sin. Sin is transgressing the law, statutes, commandments. And we just read, all right, in Leviticus that man with man is a sin. Woman with woman is a sin. All right, it says when it's finished, it bringeth forth death. And that's why you see death happening to our people. Because the laws was given to the Israelites, right? Leviticus, the 26th chapter, the 46th verse. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. That's right. It says, verse 28, back in Romans, the first chapter, verse 28, it says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, that's right. They know, Jake knows, in their spirit, what they're doing is wrong. They chose not to retain the Most High in their knowledge. They chose not to fear the Heavenly Father. Proverbs 1:7. Yahawah gave them over to a reprobate mind, void of the judgments of the Heavenly Father, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, okay, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers. Okay, all these things, all right, that goes into the characteristics of sodomites, man. Okay? It says backbiters, haters of the Most High, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents. Okay? Spiritual parents, because we're out there through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI telling our people where they're going off, man. Start with our head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Okay? Our spiritual parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, because we made a covenant. The Israelites, once again, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and the Israelite foreigners who were scattered due to the curses, because we were all scattered. Okay, but yeah, Israelites that look like all these other nations up under the sun, because we were scattered according to the curses. So we made the covenant. All right. So it says covenant breakers without natural affection and placeable, unmerciful, okay, and who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that when which committed such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. You see? Who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So if you're down with this type of program, the Heavenly Father got a problem with you as well. Okay? And this is just part of the program. Isaiah 58:1. Cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show the Lord's people their transgressions. And that's what we're doing. All right? You continue to live this type of lifestyle, then best believe death and destruction is coming at your door according to the God of the Bible, man. All right, so with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's own begotten Son, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible and rule well. Another shalom to all the sincere Akims throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth through diligence and sincerity. Shalom.